Not all marketing methods are created equal. Some will get clients fast, others will waste your time and money for months. And after scaling my own cleaning business to over $40,000 per month and helping hundreds of clients do the same, I've tested many or every method really out there. And today I'm going to rank them from worst to best so you know exactly where to focus as you begin your journey. Let's get into it. So here's a tier list. We're going to go through them one at a time. So starting here at the very bottom, tier D, mailers, door hangers, flyers. This is going to be anytime you're sending out a physical piece of paper to clients' houses and they're going to be reading it as basically a form of advertisement in print. The reason why I'm putting it in D is because in order to execute this strategy at scale, it's going to require a ton of money and you may not have that to start. Just for some context, I used to work at an 8-figure cleaning company. We used to send hundreds of thousands of postcards out, and I know a lot of huge home service companies do the same thing and they get great results. However, that's not everybody in this room and that's not everyone that can execute that strategy from day one. So before you spend a bunch of money doing mailers and running this strategy, my recommendation is you probably should try some other things out first. However, there is a strategy here that I would recommend if you do decide to do this. And that's really understanding, hey, if I have a specific neighborhood, a specific target community, a specific place that I can drop multiple rounds of postcards and afford it, then I think it's worth it. And it should be tied into who is your ideal customer, right, that you're trying to service. Because as soon as you start scaling this more, it's just going to cost so much money. You might not actually have the overhead to be able to sustain and support this marketing channel. So reason I have it in D, tougher to execute, need a lot of money. Most people don't have that starting out and you have to do multiple rounds of this before sometimes you get the snowball effect to occur. Next tier here on tier C, I'm going to put cold calling. Now, there's a caveat here. If you have a ton of sales experience and you're used to this can be actually a really great channel. It could almost honestly be an A or an S tier because you just know how to sell. A lot of people though, they're not comfortable speaking about their company. They're not used to sales. They've never done sales potentially in the past. And the thought of having to do this and face rejection can be daunting. Now, I think this is still a great channel in the sense that you don't have to spend any money to do this, right? You just have to pick up the phone and start dialing. You can generate business for yourself. So if you have experience for this, I think it's a great channel. If you don't, I totally understand it. That's why it's here. It's a little bit more challenging for most, but you can get used to your pitch, the way you speak to customers, your confidence on the phones, which will actually inform all the other marketing channels if you do this. And I'm putting it C just because most people aren't really comfortable on the phones and it is an uphill thing for them. Next tier I'm going to put here is cold email. Now, this is a specific use case because you cannot technically cold email residential people. So if you're going to go into the commercial side of things or lower small office spaces or your local community commercial places to clean, this can be a good channel for it. I think it's great in the sense that you can send this out. However, I don't recommend doing this yourself at this point. Doing cold email yourself is a tough thing to execute. Some people don't know actually how all the intricacies work. It's not as simple as sending one email out. There's deliverability aspects that you need to consider when you're running this. So if you're going to do cold email, I recommend getting some sort of agency to help you with that, especially with AI these days. There's a lot of services that help you do that. Now, with cold email specifically, high volume, low conversion game. You're going to have to send out thousands of emails to be able to get your first customers in the door. So the reason why I have it at C is because it's not really like a hyper scaling type of mechanism. I think it's good to have in the background, but it shouldn't be the only thing you do at your company. Now, the other thing I'm going to put in here is door knocking. A lot of people do this in the home service space and other industries. I would just tell you door knocking is definitely difficult. I would say it's even harder than cold calling. Of course, you can do it in your local community if it's somewhere where, hey, these are all my target customers are. I want to introduce myself. I want to be well known. There's a little bit of like brand marketing that's done when you're the person doing these door knocks. However, I think it's very daunting for most people to be able to do this, especially in 2026, which is why I have it in C. It's pretty much cold calling. Obviously, it's the same mechanism. It doesn't require any dollars. It does require your time. Definitely puts you out of your comfort zone, but if you're able to do it, you can get your first clients, you can get really great referrals from this and build a solid foundation for your company if you're able to execute this strategy. Now we're going to go into the B tier. So what we're going to put here first is Google My Business. Obviously, Google My Business is what I would call your digital asset for your company. Google My Business is where you're listed on the Google Map Pack, right? Hey, this is a cleaning company that services this area. Anybody that's online can search this up. So the reason why I think it's great, it's something that you're always building in the background. As you get 5-star reviews, as you build out more trust, as you build out a website with more SEO rankings involved in it. This is going to improve your Google Map rating and in turn get organic customers hitting your website. So obviously you need to have a website to be able to do this, but my recommendation is to always keep it up to date with wherever you're servicing, the services you offer, right? All your contact information in there, and they even have a posting feature. You can post to keep everyone updated on what you're doing, and you even have offers. You can do specific offers at specific times, like a New Year's special and things like that. You can still list on your Google My Business profile. So I highly recommend doing this because I just think it's the best organic asset that you can build that costs you $0. Now, the next two groups also don't cost anything. These are your Facebook groups and your Nextdoor groups, okay? Facebook obviously has a ton of online communities. Nextdoor is basically your local community online. So what we're talking really about here is how do we find customers inside of here? Again, this costs you $0, right? It doesn't cost you any money to get started with this. It just requires you to know what to look look for, do the work, and put enough time in it where it's going to start to build results. Again, it's kind of a combination of your local community plus it being online. So you can do it in the comfort of your own home, right? You don't have the pressure of like the cold calling, and you don't have the pressure of the sales door knocking, right? But you can still find all those local people in the community and you can get your first sales that way. A lot of people are looking for cleaners online, right? And a lot of people are still open to finding new cleaners. And to me, if you execute this well, right, you find these local communities that you start building social equity in, and they like you and they trust you, that becomes a snowball in and of itself. If you have a mom group per se, and everyone starts to refer you as the cleaning company they go to, that becomes a snowball, right? So having these little online presence built out is actually a great long-term strategy that costs you $0 today. So you don't need just a Google review as well. You can get a community review posted online that's not actually you posting it, right? Because soliciting your services is one thing, people praising your company is another thing, right? So in my opinion, everyone should be doing these two things. These are like focal points for just like free leads, organic online presence that you need to be doing always. By the way, if you want my complete system for getting clients and scaling to $10,000 per month, including which methods to use at which stage, click the first link in the description. But first, let me show you what actually works best. Okay, now we're gonna get into the A and the S tier. So for the A tier, we are gonna put in warm market referrals. We've gone over this in the channel previously, but why this is such a great channel is because you can actually get customers who already trust you to buy your initial services and leverage that for all your next customers and build a referral system with just a few people saying yes initially. It's great for when you're first launching. It's great if you haven't done this in a while, right? To remind people that you do have a cleaning company. And the messaging is not a direct sales pitch, right? You're telling them about you opening a company and you're looking for indirect referrals. That usually either leads to one of two things. Number one, they'll even ask, hey, I need it myself. Or two, hey, I know someone that actually is looking for a cleaning service. Or three, hey, I actually know a cleaner who's looking for more work. Can I introduce you? So it serves multiple purposes. It allows you to, again, build a strong foundation. And then if you can parlay that into, hey, you deliver great service, they're happy, they sign up for recurring, they give you one more referral, you give them an offer for those referrals, right? You give them some sort of a discount if they refer anyone for you within their local community or someone they know that you might know, right? And you get the snowball moving. So again, this is a great opening strategy to be able to get your business started on the right foot and be able to build a scalable warm network. This is one of the more high converting strategies that gets you the first 5 to 10 clients that you service. Now, for the S tier, we're going to put all three of these, and there's obviously more at the top, but I'm going to put paid ads at the very top. Now, there's kind of a couple different things in saying this, right? Obviously, when we talk about paid ads, we're talking about things like Google LSA, Thumbtack, Facebook ads, and the like, right? There's other ones like Yelp, Angie's, all these things, right? So the big thing is you have to spend money to make money here, right? So some people may not be comfortable doing this yet, and some people are. If you are, you need to go into this with the mindset that you're going to experiment, learn about these platforms, learn how it best services your companies and your needs. But once you figure out how to do this, once you figure out how to run paid ads, some of it requires more work, some of it's very simple. But once you have predictability, and hey, if I put in $1 and I get $3 to $5 back on every dollar I spend, you now have predictable client acquisition. If you pair that in with some of the things we talked about that doesn't require dollars, right? Now you have a well-balanced cleaning company that, hey, on some aspects we have predictability because if we need to fill up a cleaner's schedule, we can spend a little bit more on the paid ads, and then during the off time, we're building our digital presence, right? We're building things, we're doing things that take more time but don't cost as much money, and that really builds consistency, in my opinion, both short and long term for growth. However, when I'm working with clients, when they start to see a ton of success is when they understand truly how to take this paid advertising and get recurring clients from it. The reason why is because if you get a recurring client, they stay with you for a year, they're going to be worth thousands of dollars for you. So if you have to spend $30 to $50 to get one of these clients, that's okay. That's worth it because in the long run, they're actually worth thousands of dollars. So this is obviously like more on like the high stakes table compared to some of these other things, right? Because there is impact to spending money and not getting sales. So if I was starting today, I would want to make sure before I start all these paid channels that I really know my sales process. I really know my numbers. I like my cleaning team. I trust my cleaning team. I know I'm going to deliver great service, right? So I can have the highest and best use of the dollars I'm spending into the paid marketing channels. If I don't, really easy way to burn a ton of cash, get demoralized, and not want to move forward with your business. So I would say tread lightly. It can work. It requires execution at a different level from these other channels because it does require spend. And my verdict with this is it's definitely a powerful tool. And if you're not prepared, I do not recommend starting with this. I would ramp up to this just like I would ramp the budget. I would start small and then ramp until you're fully comfortable with the platform. Okay, so the tier list, tier D, mailers, flyers, direct mail, things like that. Costs a ton of money, have to do a ton of volume to see results unless you do it in a specific way. Then we've got all the cold outbound, right? Cold calling, cold email, door knocking, right? Ton of time, doesn't require a ton of money. You need to have good sales experience. It might not be for you. Online community growth. Think of it as your digital presence online. Always great to invest in this stuff. I recommend getting started with this as soon as you can and layering in maybe some of these things things as you start getting used to your sales pitch. C and B should really be about that. Number A should be your initial launch strategy, right? Hey, I've got a warm market. Let's start using it. Let's get our first customers and get our first wins and turn one win into three. Using your warm market to execute that initial strategy. And then at the top here, once you've built that foundation of sales, once you've gotten a few wins in the door, you now have a budget you can spend and not be too worried about it, then I think you should get into the paid ads, which is really where all the scaling, in my opinion, occurs. So don't waste too much time on these bottom tiers. You want to just do enough so you could start to experiment on these upper tiers as soon as you can, right? So that's my recommendation in terms of approach if you're just starting something. Now, all of these marketing channels, in my opinion, can work. It's all about the context. So don't take every tier list that you see here as, hey, this is the only thing that works, and it doesn't work. We've seen plenty of people who have grown companies with every single thing that I mentioned today. I just gave you kind of my recommendations if you're just starting, the things to consider, where I would start, how that transition should occur, so you can have the best possible strategy for scaling. Now, if you want my complete system for scaling your cleaning business, click the first link in the description to get my full blueprint, and I will see you in the next video.